I do. I really do. I'm serious.
But it's silly.
Do you even know me?
I'm wearing a paisley printed skirt and a Mario t-shirt, and Tim's like, I love that
I
color.
love it. I absolutely love it.
Okay. You're killing me, Smalls.
It's TDF.
To die for?
Yeah.
Wow.
I love it.
What are we doing today?
Today on this exciting episode.
We've watched one episode of 8 TV shows.
What? Yeah.
And we're going to tell you if they're worth your time or not. Why don't you kick us off with your favorite one?
You know what? I'm going to go in a direction you probably aren't thinking I'm going to go in this time. And Apple has this TV show, and I rather enjoyed this.
Mm-hmm. What's it called?
The show is called Murderbots.
Murderbot.
And so basically what this is in it looked like a dystopian future. We have kind of cyborgs, like the new Tesla robot that's coming out. They're like them. They kind of look like them. I mean,
I wouldn't know.
I mean, it's kind of hard to make a human-shaped...
Unique human-shaped robot?
Yeah, a unique human-shaped robot. So, but they look like this, and it's about this robot, and...
he's become self-aware.
He's become self-aware, so he's an AI.
And he's figured out how to trick the system so he doesn't have a consequence if he doesn't follow the rule in his programming. Right.
So think of like if you remember Isaac Asimov's 3 rules of a robot, that they cannot harm a human, they can't. I don't remember all 3, but like that was the main one, was they could never harm a human, and so these are built with that governor built into their mind. Well, eventually this robot has hacked it, and now he's trying to play off the fact that he's hacked it, and he's actually free to make his own choices and decisions.
Yeah, and he's weighing the odds. He's like, I could just go way out there and do anything I want.
Yeah.
Or I could kind of try to sneak by.
Yes.
And not get terminated immediately.
Yeah, and so, you know, the whole story is now he's with this group of people, and some of them kind of humanize him, some of them kind of demonize him, and it's kind of his...
He's just there as like a helper bot, right? He's kind of there as like
a security
butler, kind of.
Yeah, yeah. And so...
This is Alexander Skarsgård, by the way.
Oh, yes. I
on Apple Plus. Was this like about an hour-long episode?
The first episode was an hour long. I don't know if all of them are going to be that way, but I thoroughly enjoyed this.
Yeah, this is also funny because the murder bot's his like favorite guilty pleasure. I don't want to tell you what it is, but it's funny.
It is.
So I thought it was good too. So you're putting this in number 1?
I would.
All right, this is going to be my number 3.
Okay.
You want to hear my number 1?
I do. I would love to hear it.
My number 1 is going to go to 4 Seasons. This was hard. I almost feel like I have a tie for number 1. This is a Steve Carell and Tina Fey show on Netflix, but it also has Will Forte, who I love. It has the girl from Reno 911.
Yes.
It has a great cast. There's a bunch of great actors on there. And we only got to watch 1 episode because that's how we do. And I was like, no, I want to know what happens next.
Yeah, see, that's how I felt about Murderbots.
Yeah.
I was like, I
all
want
these good
to know.
ones, I want to know what happens next.
I want to know what's going on next.
Yeah.
This one for me was meh.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was kind of... You love dramas.
Well, it's comedy. It's a dramedy.
Yeah.
So there's these 3 couples, and
I'm more comedy.
Well, Murderbot's also a drama because.
Okay, but that's a totally different. It's sci-fi though.
Okay, yeah, sci-fi. But so anyway, there's 3 couples. They vacation together every year, and one of the couples is getting a divorce. That's like the complex situation for the dynamic. So you don't know going forth from there what's going to happen to their couples trip that they take every year.
Yeah.
So that's the dynamic. Where are you going to put this? 1 to 8?
I would say it would be in my top half because this is a cast that I could see going places with. It didn't really take me places.
Okay.
But I'm like, maybe that's just the setup.
Maybe.
So I would probably put this at 3.
3 or 4?
3 or 4.
Okay.
3 or 4.
All right. Take another one, sir.
Okay. I'm going to go with one that is on Netflix. We have several from Netflix this week. And I don't think you would think that I would go with this one.
Okay.
So this one is actually a dating show. And it's called Sneaky Links Dating After Dark. And I waffle on this one. I really do because basically this whole thing is taking place in not a hotel.
A motel.
A motel. So if you don't know what a motel is, it's like a hotel, but they have no interior doors. So all the doors to the rooms are...
They face a pool, or they face like a yard, or what do they face?
Yeah, on this one they face a pool.
It's a pool?
They do have a pool area. But yeah, a motel, it just, a lot of them you just pull up and you can walk straight into your room.
I didn't realize that was the difference between a motel and a hotel. So thank you for telling me that.
Yeah. A hotel has everything's interior.
Okay.
With a
so
motel.
is a motel maybe meant to like provide more community or not? Or that's just the case for this one?
So a motel is more. It used to be a lot more popular because you could build a motel fairly cheap compared to a hotel. Because usually, like in this one, it's a 2-story. It has a cement walkway on the second floor. And it was really a lot more popular like in the 70s, right? Okay. And
did you get a 70s vibe from this show at all?
No, but I did get the kind of 70s, 80s vibe.
It's very like
as far
beachy,
as,
relaxed, like walking off the beach to the motel kind of.
Yeah, kind of like that.
So there's these 16 sexy singles.
Oh, but let me tell the twist.
Yeah, I'm going to.
So
these are all young, very sexually active people on this dating show.
Yes, so that's the big thing. They're all like, they got body counts in the billions, and they're all wanting to settle down.
Yeah, right.
And so they go on this show, and the whole plan is to find their perfect match. Now,
but it's not called Perfect Match. It's called Sneaky Links.
it is called Sneaky Links.
I had never heard of that before.
I hadn't either.
So what is a Sneaky Link, Tim?
So a Sneaky Link is a hookup.
Yeah.
That it's basically a regular booty call.
A regular booty call, but you don't
want to date them.
You don't want to date them. So it's somebody you want as a booty call, but you're like, would not date this person.
Right. So these 8 people, they get them in first. And
they're all like checking each other out.
They're like, oh yeah, he's so hot, he's so fine. And then the next 8 start coming in one at a time, and they're like, oh wait, that's my sneaky link.
Yeah.
And then they find out that they've brought every one of them their sneaky link on the show.
They've dated before.
So then they have a therapist there, and so basically the premise, they're going to work with the groups and try and get them to understand whether this is actually a sneaky link, or do they want to actually
like, is
pursue
there some
a relationship?
kind of mental hang-up that's making them not pursue a relationship, and can we help you figure that out? So would you watch another episode of this? Because usually bottom half is like you wouldn't watch another one.
So I would probably watch one more, just because there's like it's got train wreck energy.
That's true. That's like, maybe the only reason for me to watch this, because these people are all super annoying to me.
Yeah.
Don't come on this show. There's no possible way you're trying to settle down at 23, 24. There may be like one person there that's over 30. There's no way. All right, I'm going to tell you what my second favorite was.
Okay, go for that.
This was the one that was kind of tied for first, and this is The Better Sisters on Prime.
Oh.
So this has one of Tim's 2 celebrity crushes, or 3. What's her name again? Jessica Biel. She's the main character.
She used to be my crush until she married Justin Timberlake, and now she's been exed.
Well, your other crush was with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
She's not
also
anymore.
Exed.
She's with John Mulaney, who we listened to. We listened to a bunch of his stuff while we were driving home from Vegas, and he was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. You remember who I'm talking about?
I have no idea.
The guy who he was talking about how he was raised Catholic, remember? And then he had a lot of drug problems. He went in rehab during COVID. Remember with the Rolex, how he was pawning the Rolex? You don't remember that guy?
Oh, I do remember the Rolex.
He's married to her now.
Who?
To
Tiffany Amber Thiessen?
No. Is she your other celebrity crush?
I'm not gonna say that.
Yes, okay. Tim has many. No, Olivia Munn. So this one is a murder mystery. There's this woman. She owns a company. She's getting death threats online, but she's pushing for she's a feminist activist. She's an activist. I was trying to figure why people even hate her, because I was like, what is she even doing that's bothering people?
She did something. She did something where she was testifying before Congress. Yeah,
but I don't remember what for.
Yeah, it had something to do with workers' rights or something. I don't.
She owns a. Oh, is she fighting for equal pay? Is that what she was doing?
I don't think that was it, but I could be wrong.
Okay, she's a privileged white woman. She's wealthy. Her husband dies in mysterious circumstances, and as you go through, we're getting little snippets of she's hiding a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
So at first it seems right. At first it seems straight up, and then you get to know a little bit more and a little bit more, and then you're like, okay, what is this lady's dealio?
Yeah.
And then you start to become sus of her, and then sus of this other person, and then of this other person.
Yeah.
The reason it's called The Better Sisters is because it's twisty in the fact that her current husband had a child with the main woman's sister, who is played by Elizabeth Banks. And so there's the sisters who both had a relationship with the same man, and Jessica Biel's character is raising that sister's son now with the father of the son.
Yeah.
So now the other sister comes back into the picture, and after only watching one episode, we're not sure who's going to be on trial for the unaliving.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
I like a good mystery, and I like all the actors in the show, so I enjoyed it. The actor who plays the son, the teenager, didn't care for his acting, but everybody else, I was like, yep, good job.
Well, he did, I have to say, act like a typical teenager, and that might be why.
His face the whole time was...
Have you seen teenagers?
And he had one look on his face, like, oh no, I'm so scared, but am I kind of sassy? I was like, bro.
Yeah, but have you seen a teenager lately?
Range. He would have been a lot more sullen, angry, defensive. That's what our teenager is doing. So this is my number 2. What did you think of this? Where are you going to put this? Did you like it? I mean, I feel like you didn't have any complaints about it.
It was very meh.
Oh, really?
Me.
Okay,
Yeah.
not compelling.
Not really.
Wow. Okay, we're really feeling different this week.
I would actually put this probably in 6.
This is right above Sneaky Link.
No, right below.
Wait.
Sneaky Link was 5.
You liked Sneaky Link better than this. Okay,
I did.
That's fine.
I did.
So we have 2 other whodunits.
Murder, She Wrote.
Why don't you talk about Deli Boys, which is kind of like another whodunit, and why don't you tell me where you put this one? Do you remember this one? It's on Hulu.
I remember part of it.
This is a comedy.
It is a comedy, and these 2 boys.
They're both adults, but they're privileged. Their dad has a lot of money.
They're Indian, Middle Eastern descent.
Sure.
And their dad has a lot of money, and he started with one store and just a regular gas station type store. Actually,
it's a convenience store.
Yeah, convenience. Yeah. That's the word I was looking for.
And then he diversified and owns a bunch of companies.
Yeah, he owns a bunch of stuff.
One son is working as a lawyer for the dad, right? He's involved in the company. And the
Yes.
other one is just like a druggy.
Yeah, he's just a
goofing off kind of guy.
partier.
Yeah.
Does nothing except spend money and have fun. And their dad passes away, and they find out that they don't have any money right now.
Yeah.
So the only thing that they have that they can access is one store, which is the one that their dad originally started, and it kind of goes down a rabbit hole from there. And it's funny. I enjoyed it.
I thought it was funny too. This is gory. I didn't realize it was going to be. Yeah. So just not kid friendly, but it was funny.
And the thing is this did one of those things where it's like it's like shows a scene, and then it's like 36 hours ago or something like that.
Oh yeah, I forgot. This is the last one. This is the farthest away one we watched.
Yeah.
So is this in your top half or bottom half?
Top half.
Me
top
too.
Half.
I'm gonna put this in my number 4 spot.
I don't know what I have left.
All right, so Deli Boys are gonna put it 3.
Yes, I am.
All right, so that's Tim's 3rd. I'm gonna put that at I think 4 for now. Let me tell you what my least favorite one was.
I bet it's going to be one of my most favorite ones.
So
Go ahead.
my least favorite, I actually kind of have a tie for 2 least favorite. I thought these both were real just bleh. My very least favorite is called Bad Thoughts. It's on Netflix. Wait, there's this comedian, which Tim shows me his skits on TikTok, and
Tom Segura.
I think they're very funny. However, he was given a comedy show on Netflix, and it is raunchy. Like, so raunchy. Way more than the TikTok content. It is not my cup of tea. My number 8. Where are you going to put this?
I'm going to put that at my number 2, actually.
Okay.
I love raunchy. I love funny.
Anything you could think about that would qualify as raunchy, it is in this show.
But, like, you were dying laughing watching the first skit.
Right. And I always say to Tim, you're so funny until you take it too far. And when you take it too far, it either makes me mad or it takes me totally out of it. And that's what this guy did. He took it too far, which that's the comedian's thing. The comedian's thing is, I'm going to take it too far and push you and see what happens. And it was funny till it was like, no. And then I was no. And we can like different things. You may think this is excellent.
If you love vulgar,
gross. It's vulgar and it's
childish humor.
Yeah.
Teenage humor.
Yeah.
You'll love it.
Next we have, why don't you tell us where you're going to put Secret Service?
Secret Service. That is
Gordon
Ramsay show. What was it on? Peacock?
It's on Hulu.
Hulu. So it's on Hulu. Okay, so imagine a show where Gordon Ramsay goes in, changes your menu.
Yeah.
Changes the
decor.
outlay of your decor.
Tells the staff to work better.
Yeah, yells at them and says, you got to do better, you got to do more.
Yeah, don't be dirty.
Yeah. Imagine a show like that.
Yeah, what if they had a show like that? That'd be so crazy. I'd probably call it Kitchen Nightmares.
Oh, you know what? Or you could call it Secret Service.
Yes.
Basically, the difference between these two is
nothing at all.
No,
it stars
there
the
is.
same man.
But there's one difference.
Yeah, there's one difference.
There's one difference. There's a secret agent. Mm-hmm. So somebody has written to Gordon Ramsay about this restaurant. Somebody is giving him information, insider information on how things work and how things go on.
Yeah.
I found the restaurant thoroughly disgusting.
Yeah, I
felt
bad for the people.
I don't know. I enjoyed this, but like I said, I've watched how many seasons.
If you've seen Kitchen Nightmares, you've seen this show, with the exception of the little secret at the end where you find out who the insider was.
Right.
That's the only thing.
And they have more high-tech gadgets in this one.
Which was cheesy. So, I will put on the screen where we're going to place this because I haven't decided yet.
I need to reslot things because I don't even know now.
All right, the last one that we watched is called Laid. It's on Peacock. This is going in my number 7 spot because I pretty much disliked it just as much as Bad Thoughts.
Ooh.
The premise of this show, there's this girl and she is very sexually active. She has a lot of past sexual partners.
Yes.
She discovers that something has happened to her past dates, and they are either dying currently or have in the past, and she's like, what is going on?
Yeah.
But they show you that at the very beginning, and then it takes forever to get to the part where at the very end of the episode she realizes that that is in fact true, and you figure out what the crap the show is about is that she's going to try to figure out why and stop it from happening, you think. But all of the stuff in the middle of that was just, I thought it was not great writing, not great acting. How about you?
You know, honestly, that's my take on most of the shows you watch.
Really?
Yeah.
Where-
Hi, I'm Jeff Probst.
No, you cannot compare this to Survivor.
Why not?
Okay, anyway, we don't want to go down that rabbit hole. What did you think about the show? Did you like it?
I
I thought it was dumb.
It had its moments.
Really?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
Come on, the taxi ride or the Uber ride. You can't tell me that was not.
I don't
hilarious.
remember that. What about it?
Where she shares a ride with one of the guys that.
I mean, I guess that, like, yeah, okay, it had its moments. There were a couple things that I was like, hey, but
Yeah.
no.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you have any ideas as top or bottom? I'll show you on the screen where Tim
Yeah,
puts it.
I'll have to.
Yeah, I'm going to have him look through the list and, like, narrow it down.
I would still say probably
For
bottom
me,
half.
For me, I was like, I had 3 that I really liked this week, and then the rest were all just like, meh.
Yeah.
But then I had a couple that I really didn't like.
Yeah.
So, thanks for watching TV with me again.
I enjoyed
You know
it.
what was weird? I feel like there was like 3 weeks where there was nothing new, and then it was just, we just had a whole bunch dropped on us. So we have a bunch more to watch this next coming up week.
I feel like over the last week and a half, we were just like
Yeah.
swamped with these two.
Yeah.
So.
All right. High five, Zebadextra. Thanks
Yes,
for
people.
helping the peeps figure out if they need to watch any of these shows. We will see you guys back in another month for one of these wrap-ups, but we will have plenty of movie reviews for you in the meantime. The next one we're watching is Ballerina. We're excited for it because we like John Wick.
We do.
And I like
It turns out,
Annabelle.
like, I didn't realize this, but in Ballerina,
Mm-hmm.
she's actually fighting against John Wick.
I didn't know that either. I thought she was going to be like... But you have to remember that in the John Wick universe, like, everybody could be your adversary at any time.
Yes. Well, he's
So-
actually hired to kill her.
That we can tell,
Right.
right?
Right.
So
that was in the last trailer
yeah,
I
we
saw.
saw a trailer in
And I
Mission
was like,
Impossible.
wow.
All right, well, we'll see you back for the next one. Take care.
Yeah.
Bye.
Have a good one.